I see my guest has finally awoken. How did your night fare for you? Good. I remained near and kept my wing over you to make sure you stayed warm throughout the night. It was no trouble at all. The howling wind may creep in, but it will have to pass me to trouble my guest. How was the storm? I fear it has only grown. It would be unwise of you to leave at this time. For the time being, I would advise you to stay comfortable and warm, for days may pass before it is safe. You wish to know about me? I'm afraid there's little to say on that subject. But if you desire a story, shall I tell you of days long past? Days so long ago, it was a different world. Very well then, let me share with you the memories of that time, those pleasant memories. In the first days of the land, an energy pervaded all the ether, flowing endlessly and available to all. Sustenance and power were its traits. It even contained the very essence of life. Your kind knew it as magic. To us, it was a gift for which we could never be thankful enough to the one who made us. Those days long past, we knew as the unchained age. We grew and lived prosperously. We even lived as you humans do now. By our craft, we built stone structures that spanned entire mountains, cities with all one would need. The walls were giant even to us. One could stand upon the top and glide far above even the highest clouds. Deep within the mountains we carved out caverns with expanses great enough to fly in, wherein we housed even more of our kind. Even upon the flatlands and the valleys, we built our villages and worked the land as you do, with wood from trees that grew great and mighty. We built our homes that kept us sheltered as we tended to the land. Every village had a great tower from which one could oversee not only the village but far and distant land. Built around a living tree in the center, the tower grew along with the tree and acted as its branches. Some towers had even grown so infused with the gift that they became part of the tree, with damaged parts healing as the tree itself would. We even arrayed ourselves with jewelry and coverings, whether for beauty or to fend off the weather as you do. And our children knew no danger. And all of nature lived harmoniously, one with another. That era came to an end one day, in a distant land where fear overtook a certain group. Seeing the power that the gift gave, they feared that one day it could as they split that energy into its own plane and away from ours. Their act was not complete, however, as the gift remained fastened to the world, but much of it was ripped away. All that was built and sustained by it began to crumble within moments. Entire cities fell away and caved in. Those who survived mourned the loss, gathering together to seek guidance for those trying times. Without the gift, we could not rebuild, and so we humbled ourselves and chose to live as the other creatures do. Still gathered together, but no longer with grand, expansive cities or needless apparel. The gift was not lost, however. One could regain its power, but it would only be a shadow of its former self. You may see the remains of our ancient age past, should you dig in the right places, at the bottom of the mountains. Some of your short men have even dug out those underground cities of old and made them their home. I know our kind and theirs have had mixed relations over the ages, but they have been very respectful of our past. What was lost so long ago, they have done well to salvage and clean up, and to give rest to our kin, and exile, should you go to live with them. Should you ever happen upon